Hello, it's Marion Vag with another tutorial for AnnaBelle Stamps. Today I'm creating a card that uses monochromatic Copic colouring. Today I'm using the image from Whimsy Flowers. I've just put it onto my Fiskars stamp press. It does actually have a border, but I decided to cut it off. I'm just prepping my piece of cardstock with an anti-static bag because I'm going to be doing some white heat embossing. And I'm just using Versamark watermark ink to press my image onto the cardstock. I like to use the Fiskars stamp press so I can get a really crisp image. I love AnnaBelle Stamps white embossing powder. It creates a really crisp image once heat embossed. And I just like to go around my image just with a fine paintbrush to get away any stray embossing powder that's not needed. And I'm adding a sentiment. It's from the AnnaBelle Stamp Set Fanciful Flowers. A very simple sentiment that says "For You." Same process using AnnaBelle Stamp white embossing powder and heat setting it. Now to start the subtle shading, I've selected two colours from the BG family, starting off with BG10, and I'm just laying a base, starting off on the petals. It's a very light shade, and then once that's done I go over the top with BG15 just to add a bit of detail, just using a flicking motion. And then once that's done, I'll go back over the top with BG10 just to blend it all together. And that's pretty much the process that I use for the entire card. I lay down a base with BG10, go back over the top to add some detail with BG15, and then blend it all together with BG10. It's really important that you try not to touch the white heat embossed powder because it can actually damage the tip of your Copic markers. So I'm just being careful not to touch the white embossing. And just to fill in the stamens, it's a bit hard to see, but I'm using BG49 just to go around the stamens at the top of the flower. Just going to be adhering that panel to a white card base using a Tombow tape runner. I'm just adhering some darker pieces of teal cardstock to the side just to frame the focal image a bit better. And for this I use Tombow adhesive. And to finish off the card, I'm using some AnnaBelle pearls, the 4mm and the 3mm, and I'm once again adhering that with Tombow liquid glue. And there's the final card. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and I hope that you'll give it a go. I think it creates a really wonderful effect. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.